how COVID changed our lives.
So basically, अगर हम थोड़ा सा 2 साल पहले जाते हैं, तो जब कोविड स्टार्ट हुआ, you were in
22nd
Bangalore.
March
You were in
2020.
March 2020, right?
22nd March 2020, first lockdown. My birthday.
और तुम दोनों बैंगलोर में थे, है ना?
Yes.
और क्या what was the situation in Bangalore that time?
सिचुएशन ये थी कि मेरे बर्थडे पे इसको आना था और मोदी बोलता नहीं आ सकते. मतलब प्रेसिडेंट सॉरी प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी बोलते नहीं आ सकते.
But I think I came on your birthday.
No, you could not come on my birthday.
Oh,
You
sorry.
came before.
I came every
You
night.
came early.
I don't know.
As usual.
Thanks. Very good introduction for this new guest.
We are boys.
Okay, so coming back to the same thing.
Yeah.
What was the situation in Bangalore? Like,
It
was
was
it like
really bad. No, honestly, it was really bad. I was living in a PG, which was a building with 4 floors. हर floor पे कुछ 6 रूम है. हर रूम में almost minimum 2 लड़के हैं. So और खाना मिलता था एक almost basement सी जगह पे, जहाँ पे एक बड़े से कंटेनर के अंदर रोटियां भर दी हैं, उसमें सारे हाथ डाल के रोटी निकाल रहे हैं. जैसे जैसे कोविड के केस बढ़ रहे थे, मेरी गांड उतनी फट रही थी कि अगर ये गलती से हमारे पीजी में कोविड आ गया तो सबको हो जाएगा, क्योंकि बचने का तरीका नहीं है.
exactly? और there was no tracking thing तब कुछ भी नहीं था हो रहा था. Testing बहुत कम हो रही. हाँ.
Testing was almost non-existent. And people were not even taking it seriously. Even like small corporations were thinking कि ये तो कुछ भी नहीं चला जाएगा. Literally ऐसा attitude था. Like big firms and who like international MNCs were starting to take it seriously because they saw the international impact. But देश वाले हमारी the company I was working at did not give a fuck.
And the guest worked in an MNC.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on it?
It was nice. No, just kidding. ठीक है. यार उस टाइम का तो आई थिंक वी वर प्रीटी स्केर्ड यार. मैं जब भी बाहर जाता था हर बार घर आके नहाता था. सो गुड थिंग मैं हर रोज़ नहा रहा था. Actually multiple times a day. To some extent I was actually driven paranoid because I was not going to the office suddenly. Everybody was boxed into their flats. And our society people were also our society management was actually also being very strict about not getting out of the room. So Netflix and Prime came to my rescue at a time. I was having a good time with a friend.
Netflix and Prime came to rescue at that time.
Nice,
Yeah.
वो
nice.
कभी बोलते हैं.
Yeah, so that's my old rapper story that I'll tell you someday else.
So जो first 3 to 5 weeks थे तुम लोग दोनों की लाइफ में, एक पीजी में रह रहा है, एक अपने सोसाइटी में रह रहा है कहीं पे, तो how was the management done? Like जो household की management होती है, like groceries करना या medicines लाना या कुछ भी चीज़ लानी, so how do you guys were dealing with all those things?
For me, it was different because I was living in the initial phases. Before the lockdown happened, I had found an apartment and I had moved it, thankfully. I got a 2 BHK. I was living there with my colleague and it made it very easy because now we were away from everyone in an apartment जिसमें we were on the second floor, first floor खाली है, ground floor पे landlords रहते हैं जिनको हमसे कोई मतलब नहीं है. We did not even speak the same language.
Okay.
So कोई issue नहीं था. वो थोड़े से इंग्लिश बोलते थे, मैं उनसे थोड़ा सा बताता था और हम लोग अपना अपना रहते थे. So thankfully Bangalore being a
Metropolitan
pretty
city.
well-developed metropolitan city, we had a thing called Dunzo, which was delivering all the groceries, everything we wanted. We did not have to go out for everything. It helped a lot.
So even with that
with VAT and COVID extra, yeah.
But
Yeah,
even
had to, we used to clean everything. We used to take.
बट नहीं
We used to ask
मैं
them
ये
to
जानना
leave it
चाहता
outside
हूँ,
the
वो जो 3 से 5 हफ्ते थे जब कुछ भी चल नहीं रहा था, सब कुछ एकदम एक्सट्रीम लॉकडाउन में चल रहे थे हर चीज़, तब भी वो सारी कंपनीज वर्क कर रही थी, लाइक उनके डिलीवरी
वाले लोगों को आई गेस इनिशियली काम करने को बोल दिया गया था. द ओनली थिंग इज सम शॉप्स वर नॉट ओपन एंड सम पीपल वर स्प्रेडिंग पैनिक
अच्छा
दैट थिंग्स आर गोना गेट ओवर सून और द लॉकडाउन विल be longer and the shops will close. So things were starting to be sold at very expensive prices, especially groceries.
Oh, funny story. Actually इस टाइम पे मैंने एक सीजन देखना शुरू किया था. I mean सीरीज देखनी शुरू की थी, The Last Step करके. And that series I don't know when, but I think 5-6 साल पहले शूट हुई थी उससे, which is around 2014-15. उसके अंदर I was pretty amazed to see the writer and the director have already predicted कि the world is ending from a virus and all of the people are wearing masks. देन उसके ऊपर और इतनी अच्छी अच्छी वो मूवीज आ गई, वो ट्रेन टू वुहान एंड व्हाट नॉट. सो दैट वाचिंग दैट रियली प्रीटी हेल्प्ड मी, लाइक यू नो, गेटिंग पैरानॉइड टू नेक्स्ट लेवल. सो या
बट ओके, सो नाउ इफ यू लुक बैक 2 years ago and what you are right now, like in your professional career and personal life, जहाँ पे भी हो तुम लोग, like how much of a change you see within yourself?
Yeah, I think if you want to take this professionally, I think the world has changed quite a lot,
Yeah.
since then. Back then we were pretty used to working in offices, and right now we are used to working in homes. And matter of fact, मैं कुछ टाइम पहले ऑफिस गया भी था. We tried reopening our office. However, I felt that now I am so used to working in my home, in solace, in silence, that I was not able to work sitting alongside my colleagues. So मुझे वो problematic लगा कि why are these colleagues disturbing me when I'm trying to work? The work intensity and the workload, I think, at least for India, has increased by multiple factors. Primarily because everybody has portable laptops now. Even those organizations which used to have like shortage of computers earlier has now given access to laptop everybody. And then लोग रात भर बैठ के काम करते हैं. When you are resting, and the next day when you get up, you have lot of emails and lot of work to process, which makes you sit till late. So I think the work life has quite been fucked up.
Okay. And what about your personal life?
Yeah, personal life, I think to some extent, I believe I feel, touchwood, pretty lucky to be living with parents. Have the chance to be with all my college friends, all my school friends, all of you, again in one city, because otherwise, since the time we had started our professional careers, all of us were pretty spread out across the world now. So I feel मेरे लिए तो काफ़ी blessing वाली feel ही रही है. And the work has been quite a lot. It had been taking toll on my health at times, but then at the end I started to treat myself like a celebrity. Like for real, thinking my work is very important, I need to work a lot, but at the same time need to work out my personal things, such as whatever I enjoy. Could be watching a show or going for a jog. So I think the autonomy of over my life has increased significantly, even after the work being like blasted exponentially still. So that's my opinion. Shetty, what's your opinion on how your life has taken a turn for good or bad post-COVID?
I was working for a firm that really did what Gusumit was talking about. I was working crazy hours, and weekends did not matter, because most of the companies start thinking, since you're working from home, you can work as many days as you want and as long hours as they wish you to work. And it started to affect my life, my physical and my mental health. So hopefully I found an organization that actually runs in a better way. I had 5 days working. They asked me to work 9 hours a week. If I spend more hours, it's totally up to me. But at least I was able to have good amount of personal and professional time. And then later on, since I moved back with my family, I am very grateful that I am here with you
PS,
guys.
this
with
is
my
not a
family.
sponsorship, not until now.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
So, I can spend time with my friends that we have not been able to in a long time. We all met after like years and years.
Yeah.
To have every single person together under one roof is something that happened because we were all here. It's really tragic what's happening, and it's really disturbing that it's not going away. But it's been a transformational time for sure.
But the
And
truth be told, I think one of the things that we are, most of us, even while we complain that we are working too much, have underestimated is the fact that so many people have actually lost jobs during
Yes.
COVID.
Yes.
So
Yes.
even if we were working our asses off, we should, or we are pretty grateful. Yeah, pretty grateful for
Still
just being
having our
able to
jobs.
work. Yes.
Yeah. Still
And
having jobs, still being
absolutely.
financially being able to do something and take care of ourselves.
I
Absolutely.
think me being again, I'm not.
Angad, yes.
So
First of
मैं
all, your two
different-
questions are left.
No,
First,
no,
2 years
I know.
back.
मैं actually इस topic को पहले छूना चाहता हूँ. तो topic का मैं ये सीन था कि regarding the job losses. So of course, a lot of people have lost the jobs. In the first year, like 2020 में बहुत लोगों ने jobs lose करी है. But उसके बाद I think it is growing. Especially in North America, the jobs are growing. उनकी demands बहुत हो रही हैं, and जो supply है वो कम है.
See,
ठीक है.
that's
If I
well-educated sectors,
I
most of
totally agree. No. In every sector actually. तू IT से ले ले, तू construction ले ले,
not
तू food का ले ले. Every sector is growing in North America. Reason
North
being
America.
उनकी हाँ North America. I am not talking अभी यहाँ का.
हाँ, हाँ.
So and that may be because they are developed nations and they know what they are doing, or maybe I don't know, they're doing something right for sure, right? तो वो एक अलग टॉपिक आ जाता है. वी विल डिस्कस दैट सम अदर टाइम. बट अभी के हिसाब से मैं चल कमिंग बैक टू दोस टू क्वेश्चंस व्हिच आई आस्क्ड इनिशियली वाज लाइक क्या चेंज हुआ है राइट इन 2 years. सो टू बी ऑनेस्ट प्रोफेशनली आई डोंट थिंक आई हैव ग्रोन टू मच. Reason, there are many different reasons. It could be blamed on COVID, it could be blamed on the job losses again at the
And
initial and number of things, right, less experience or lot of things. Personally I would say yes, there have been a lot of changes as well, because I've been in India for the last so many months now. So मैं तो I'm actually happy कि इतना मेरे को time यहाँ पे मिल गया, but now I've started missing my old life, so I would be going back in next 10 days or so. तो but personally वही बेस्ट चीज़ तो यही है कि last 5 months मुझे यहाँ पे टाइम स्पेंड करने को मिला तुम लोग के साथ, अपने फैमिली के साथ वगैरह. तो आई थिंक
पर वही होता है, परदेसी बाबू लौट के कब आएगा और कब कितनी देर के लिए आएगा इज ऑलवेज
it will be a question for sure. But पता है क्या?
I don't think
like, अगर इतना जो लंबा टाइम नहीं, इतना जो लंबा
टाइम
टाइम मिला मुझे यहाँ पे थ्रू पैंडेमिक, गुड 4 to 5 months, प्रॉब्ली मुझे और कभी नहीं मिलता अगर कोविड नहीं होता तो. अगर लाइक the none of us would have had this time.
मैटर ऑफ फैक्ट जॉब यहाँ पे इंडिया में भी कर रहा था तब भी नहीं मिलता इतना,
नहीं मिलता टाइम मुझे, राइट. तो दूसरा ये
living in this city with the jobs that we are doing is impossible because those jobs and those markets are not here
exactly
in the city.
Exactly. तो दूसरा ये है कि जो jobs अब आ रही हैं they are more hybrid just because of COVID.
Yeah.
Right, and people are more accepting these kind of jobs, and लोग चाहते हैं कि 4-day work week बन जाए.
Yeah.
वरना वो चाहते हैं कि work from home हो, वरना like they are even developing other plans like तुम 4 दिन ऑफिस आके काम करो और 5वें दिन घर से कर लो. दे आर ऑल्सो प्रपोजिंग सम अदर आइडियाज कि इफ 4-day वर्क वीक्स हैं तो फ्राइडे ऑफ रखना चाहिए या वेडनेसडे ऑफ रखना चाहिए. लाइक पीपल आर हैविंग सो मेनी ऑप्शंस नाउ, एंड आई थिंक दैट इज अ गुड way to move forward in these times, right?
Yeah, the industry has learned and moved a lot during this COVID because of the hardship they had to face, and the thing is there was no other way out.
There's no other.
And this has really been good for firms. A lot of companies that learned from COVID is you don't really need to force people to be in the office.
Yeah.
You can save up on the real estate and the whole office space. And if you plan it well, you can have everyone working remotely from their home.
Yeah,
and it saves our money and time, dude.
But do you think it also depends on the kind of
work you do?
Kind of work you do, exactly. Like, so especially a person who's in IT, he would be, again, this is just totally my assumption and I could totally be wrong about it, that for an IT guy, it's like wonders if he's working from home, right? मेरे को ऐसा लगता है.
It's working well for IT.
It's
depends on
yeah.
Again, IT is a very broad term in the software industry. But I'll say, if you have a well-structured plan, a well-structured team, a proper hierarchy, and a proper project management tool, you can assign the task. People will do it within their assigned time frames, and everything can be done and compiled and be. And because we are doing it for the last 2 years.
We call these jobs indirect labor, where there is no direct application required on the shop floor.
Yeah. So again, this COVID has impacted the labor market. People who were daily wage workers are not working anymore. People who were going to factories lost their jobs, and again, it has been good. It has been very bad for a lot of people, but we had to count our blessings.
Okay, so now I'm trying to see the positive way of these things, right? So people did lose a lot of jobs and ये सारी चीजें जो भी हुई through pandemic, right?
Jobs, lives.
हाँ, lives वगैरह सब कुछ गया. But do you think now people realizing कि that wasn't just the only way to live? Now there are so many hybrid options. There are so many like factories में अगर काम चल रहा है या कहीं और कुछ like construction में कोई काम चल रहा है या IT में कोई काम चल रहा है. So अब different procedures हैं उन चीज़ों को करने के अभी because there are so many other variations,
Yeah.
right? तो don't you think people are becoming more innovative about it and उसकी वजह से शायद job openings और ज़्यादा हों? ऐसा नहीं लगता? Like I'll give you an example for say, ठीक है? So कोई बंदा है, अब वो वर्क फ्रॉम होम वाला कल्चर जो था वो अब आया, ठीक है? उससे पहले किसी ने भी ये सोचा नहीं था, ठीक है? तो अब वर्क फ्रॉम होम के लिए शायद वो कोई अलग सी कोई सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलप करे जिससे टीम कोऑर्डिनेशन आसान हो, राइट?
I think
सो
they're
नाउ
already-
सो आई नो आई एम जस्ट सेइंग कि ये पहले नहीं सोच सकते थे ना. लाइक इफ यू गो 3 years बैक देयर वाजंट सम काइंड ऑफ इवन थॉट अबाउट इट कि यार
पूरी कंपनी
पूरी कंपनी अगर तुम्हें
पूरा
घर
workforce.
पे हो, हाँ पूरा का पूरा वर्कफोर्स, लाइक सॉफ्टवेयर अगर किसी एक कंपनी ने डेवलप करना है ऐसा, तो देयर इज अ प्रॉपर टीम अलॉटेड एंड पूरा उसके अकॉर्डिंगली तुम काम करते हो.
Necessity is the mother of all invention.
Yeah.
The thing is, previously most of the companies, at least I'll say startups, were working on panic mode without any process.
Yes.
काम आया, ये करेगा, अच्छा बॉस बुलाएगा, उसको बुला के ला, तो ये कर दे, तो ये कर दे. What pandemic forces with smart management, they have created processes and departments कि हर department का एक काम है, वो वही करेगा. Ad hoc में काम करना is not something that is, I personally believe, it's always gonna lead to some kind of issues. You should have plans, you should know resourcing, you should know who is working at what hours, how many hours each person is allocating. And with use of the tools that are already there, people have learned how to use it well.
Right.
At least in the organization I'm working, people learned it well, they have made good plans and it's working.
So I think most of us would want to now
Work from home.
talk about like, do you? I have two questions, basically both related to the future. One, do you think life will get back to the normal? If yes, then when? And second question is, what do you think? Which is which is the same question being rephrased. What do you think the future would look like?
For me, I believe at least year and a half or 2 years more are required at minimum for life to get back to normal, in case we are able to get done with COVID and its variants by the end of the year or year and a half.
Normal, like how it was back in 2020.
Back pre-2020, I said. Like I'll say December 2019 is more likely, because I think it was Jan, late, early Feb, shit started to hit the fan.
Okay. So, in my opinion, I would say yes in next 1.5 to 2 years as well, in the same time frame. But मेरे को ये है कि अगर वो 1.5 से 2 साल के अंदर, it's not like कि वो variations चले जाएंगे, ये रहेगा, COVID रहेगा. It's just it will be treated as a common thing, like a common cold or any other disease, which will be handled in its own way. तो
Considering everyone gets vaccinated, and that is a big part.
that is
a big part.
vaccination का again.
But you mean like
But मेरे को एक और
talking
चीज़
out
है.
of offices and schools, मतलब लोग वापस जाएंगे 2
हाँ
साल बाद,
वापस जाएंगे. बट एक जो पैंडेमिक के थ्रू जो भी चेंजेस आई हैं वो रहेंगी, मेरे को लगता है. जो हाइब्रिड वर्क कल्चर है या हाइब्रिड वर्क कल्चर है, तो और वो सारी चीज़ें रहेंगी मेरे हिसाब से, और वो रहनी भी चाहिए, जस्ट बिकॉज द अफेक्ट दैट इट हैज़ डन टू द स्कूल्स, टू द ऑफिसेस, टू द किड्स. जो सारी चीज़ें अफेक्ट रहा है ना, वो एक तरह से पॉजिटिव लिया जा सकता है. ठीक है, तो अब मैं बताता हूँ तेरा सेकंड क्वेश्चन का कि व्हाट वुड बी द फ्यूचर लुक लाइक. सो इन माय ओपिनियन
look like?
है ना, फ्यूचर तो
Would the future-
मेरे को
It's
जो
okay.
मेरे को
He's from Canada.
एक
Yeah.
the way I would try to conclude this particular topic would be like 2020 or post that and all the effects that COVID has done, I would personally take कि ये चीज़ें नेगेटिव से ज़्यादा पॉजिटिव रही हैं कोई भी किसी भी चीज़ के लिए. ठीक है, मेरे को इन माय पर्सनल ओपिनियन कि ये जो चीज़ें सिखा के जाएगी उसका पॉजिटिव इफेक्ट रहेगा, और बहुत देर तक पॉजिटिव इफेक्ट रहेगा, अनलेस देयर इज अ न्यू डिजीज दैट कम्स अप इन द वर्ल्ड व्हिच चाइना कैन ब्रिंग इन. So
No, but I really want to know, Angad, specifically from your point of view, what would your life look like in the future? When I say in the future, in the near future, which is like 2-3 years down the line.
in what sense?
Say COVID जा चुका है, there's no other disease which is prevailing the world and people are vaccinated, and as per your assumption we are saying कि people might be into hybrid mode but still might be resuming back going to the offices and meeting in public.
I would still prefer the hybrid mode.
नहीं, but what do you think तुम्हारी life future में दिखने में कैसी होगी, personal and professional both?
I think professionally, I will be growing for sure, right? I would want few promotions and salary hikes, no doubt about it. Wouldn't be in the same company, that I can vouch for. Would be traveling the world at the time as well. Would be traveling the world, yes. That's
actually good. That's
yeah.
actually good aspect.
Yeah. So
यार पता है, the way I see it, if I'll be very like short about it, professionally मुझे लगता है यार, I don't think things are going to go back to normal because मुझे लगता नहीं कि 2 साल में कोविड जाने वाला है. I'm being very pessimistic.
No, same
but,
thing. को जाने नहीं वाला.
नहीं,
definitely.
मुझे लगता है कि लोग वो टाइम आने ही नहीं वाला वापस से, जब वो 2 साल पहले जैसे मे बी वैक्सीनेट होने के बाद भी लोग घूमते थे बाहर. मुझे लगता है we are going to be always living in high vulnerable stages.
Yes.
हमेशा रहेगा. If you don't take precaution, you're gonna suffer through something, if not COVID, then something else.
Something else, yes.
Yeah. So मेरे हिसाब से professionally तो मुझे लगता है वो टाइम कोई वापस आने ही नहीं वाला, because one, for people like me who now have been very spoiled by working from home, or maybe जैसे मैं recruiter, right? So I know for my candidates, they are now controlling their time. Earlier वो सुबह से लेके शाम तक आके बैठे रहते थे एक इंटरव्यू देने के लिए. अब उनके दिन का सिर्फ मैं 40 मिनट ब्लॉक करता हूँ और सिर्फ 40 मिनट में इंटरव्यू देते हैं, and then they go away. And moreover, if I talk of the industry point of view, since now location is not a thing, I think the competition has just gone up by a lot of notches. Like, because अब if I want to find the best teacher in a school, I need not find the best teacher in the vicinity. वो पूरे इंडिया में से कहीं से भी ढूंढ के ला सकता हूँ. क्यों? क्योंकि पढ़ाना तो ऑनलाइन ही है.
Exactly.
Right? तो we are going to like ace up our qualities by quite a lot. Competition बढ़ने वाला है, and I personally think वापस को life normal नहीं होने वाली. And I am actually seeing, not me, हम लोग जितने बूढ़े होते थे, जितनी एज बढ़ती रहती है, we always have that resistant mindset to go back to the normal life. वो पुरानी लाइफ जो बढ़िया थी, अच्छी थी. जितने मैं नए बच्चे देख रहा हूँ, trust me, they already have learned and are learning making permanent friendships over video calls. And then वो उसके बाद मीटिंग सेटअप करते हैं, वो मिलते हैं. then उसके बाद वो अपने डेट सेटअप करते हैं, maybe once a month when they all go out to eat or come from different cities in one city, like hang out together. So वो लोग ऑलरेडी सब सीख चुके हैं. हमें तो अभी भी होता है कि नहीं यार, we still wanted physical connect. फिजिकल में तो असली दोस्ती होती है, ऑनलाइन तो क्या ही है, तो सब ड्रामा है, झूठ है. So मेरे ख्याल से the world has changed and I think there's no going back. That's my opinion on it.
Well, you have the same kind of a...
I believe, I totally agree with what he said on a lot of fronts, that the competition has increased for the people with particular set of skills that are needed in the market. I mean, I'm working for a firm where I'm meeting clients in the North American continent while I'm sitting in India. And again, because of the way we work from our homes, I can have meeting at 2 p.m. with my Indian team, and then I'll be having a meeting with an American client at 3:30 a.m. And I can see if I want to take 2 naps a day, I can do it. And that's it. And that's how the future should be, at least for me. I would prefer that this mode of work will continue. I've become very comfortable working from home. It's given me a lot of freedom of my time, and I would like to retain it if possible. I'll say one thing. I used to be very social. I used to go out to office and be energetic the whole day. It's not like that anymore. Now I go out, and if I be social for 1 hour, I want to sleep for like 10 hours. So I think COVID has made me a highly selectively and energy lacking individual. But that's just part and parcel of it. So
I think if I had to conclude all of this, and if you let me.
No.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much. I'll take that one vote which I got.
Yeah.
And if I had to conclude all of this, I think COVID has affected all of us, for at least just the 3 of us, in a good way. At least we choose to see the positive sides of it, because we are still alive, still struggling, still moving,
Probably,
still growing,
yeah.
right? And what the future will bring, we are still unsure, and we just have assumptions. But all I am happy about it is that we are still together, and I think whatever the future will hold would be good for us.
And we'll be alive.
Peace out.
Okay.